You guys, I am in need of a full-blown beat face, the house down, every fine detail, all new products. Like, I just need a makeup revamp. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Mad, and today we're going to be doing a full-blown summer long-lasting beat face makeup routine. Okay, now. I have been trying to perfect the perfect summer makeup look for my acne prone but very dry skin. I wear makeup to work every day. I work at a funeral home, blah blah blah. Y'all know the gist, the drill. And sometimes we're having very long hours outside in the cemetery, just melting in the direct sunlight. My makeup, it does not hold up. With all that being said, I have just been going through my makeup. I realized a lot of my makeup was just old, crusty, 3 or 4 years expired, and very much not working with what I'm trying to accomplish. So I got a couple new products. I'm also going to be using some old favorites, and I'm just going to show you what I'm doing to keep this beat on my face even through the hottest days of summer. And let me tell you, it has been a very muggy summer. Muggy in more ways than one, okay? Let's get into skin prep. So I just cleansed. A little update since the last time you saw my bare face on my channel. My skin is actually doing so well. Like, if this is your first time seeing me, you might think I look busted as Freak Bob, but compared to the last time I showed my bare face on this channel, I think my skin has dramatically improved, which, girl, I'm never going to complain about that. I'm going to start with clindamycin. This is prescription. It's 1%. This absorbs into my skin so quickly. It just kind of feels like there's nothing on my face, but I especially focus it on my cheeks where my breakouts are most popular. For a while, I had been using the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Dewdrops kind of as a base, and I did really love that look, but I've been experimenting with a couple other things. So this is a great option if you want glowy skin, but I would say this is best for like fall, winter, spring. In the heat of summer, this is not going to be your girl unless you want your makeup all the way off your face. So I'm dry. Depending on how my skin's doing, I'll skip moisturizer in the morning and just go straight to sunscreen. Lately, I've been loving the Fenty Hydra Visor. I've had this forever and I just never really got into it. And I pulled it back out the other day to give it a go. It's really good. It's like a moisturizer and sunscreen in one. I personally love the smell of this too. Remember to take your sunscreen down your neck. And give that a second to sink in. I have been returning to some old beauty favorites. Back when I solely did beauty content, I was like, let me watch some of my old content and see if anything stands out to me. See if there's anything I should repurchase now. And this is one of those things. This is the NARS Radiance Primer. This also has SPF 35, which I think is great. Now, the last few years, I haven't been using primer. Like I said, I've just been using the niacinamide dewdrops from Glow Recipe, but I'm back on my primer game. Yep, this smell brings me right back. Sometimes I'm just like, I cannot believe that I was once a makeup artist. Like, that was my job, working at Sephora and then freelancing, doing weddings, doing events. Those were simpler times. I was making such good money too. I wish I didn't lose the passion. But I feel like my passion for beauty is finally starting to come back after FIT, which like completely killed my passion for beauty, like so much. Like, it actually destroyed my relationship with beauty. So I'm so glad that I'm finally getting back to that, you know? She's prepped, she's primed. I'm gonna start with my brows. I need to let the face set. Also, my brows are overdue for a lift and tint, so I am so sorry ahead of time. It is what it is, you know? I have tried everything when it comes to brows, and for me, powder is the best. I'm sorry, because the thing with pencils, yes, they're wonderful, but I go through a brow pencil in like 3 days. I'm a powder girl. I feel like that's a very outdated, dare I say, embarrassing thing to admit in 2025, but it is what it is. And to make matters worse, I've been using this Essence Precise eyeliner brush for my brows since probably like 2015. And to make matters even even worse, I use this Juvia's Place palette for like everything. It's so good. It's the Warrior 2, and I use this color for my brows. I get that's not going to be everyone's way of doing things, but I feel like brows, they're so personal, and I don't do too much. Like, you want to keep, like, I feel like less is more when it comes to the amount of brow product we use. Like, it just, you don't want it to look like a 2016 block brow, but you don't want it to look too sparse. So less is definitely more. It's about, you know, clean lines and then just blending. Perfect. I already feel like 90% better. Usually this is all I do. You're going to get a sunscreen, a brow, and a gloss from me. Also, literally chopped my hair off. Can you even see? Because everything in the background was black. I literally got rid of it. Now that this is sort of set in, let's get started on the face. I'm going to show you my favorite products for each level of coverage. So light coverage, I love the Tower 28 Sunny Days. This is the shade Fairfax and it is SPF 30. This stuff is amazing. It is so good. It gives me the lightest amount of coverage. It just sort of evens out my redness. Plus that SPF coverage, yes mama. Medium coverage, this can also be buildable. This is the About Face, the Performer Skin Focused Foundation in F1 Neutral. Really, really good color match for me. The packaging is really cute. I think that this is a great medium buildable coverage foundation. However, the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18 is Merit. This Merit Stick Foundation, the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. There has never been a product so perfect for me. Like, the match to my skin tone is unbelievably perfect. So I'm gonna go in with this today. For concealer, if I want really full coverage, this Juvia's Place one is really good, but it is so thick. It's like paint. So if you really need to cover something, kind of like this sucker right here, use something like this, you'll be set. But for every day, I like the serum concealer from Tower 28. You'll see a lot of Tower 28 and Merit in this video. Like, you guys, that color match, it's unbelievable. So I just sort of spot conceal with this. The trick for summer makeup is to not overuse products. Like, you don't want so much product slipping around your face. So I keep it very, very light. I just kind of dot it around. And I'm going to be using this Morphe Vegan Pro Beauty Blender. I dampened it already. Now, obviously, if you want more coverage, you're going to use a brush. I find with dry skin, blending with a beauty blender or some sort of beauty sponge gives everything a more natural finish and doesn't make everything look dry and cakey. Something to note with at least the way I do my makeup, I'm not looking for a perfect flawless face. I know that I have acne. I know that I have scarring. I know that I have texture and redness and active breakouts. To me, this is actually really, really, really good coverage for one layer of foundation. Of course, you're still going to see this. It is what it is. My acne scarring, there's a lot of pitting on my face, which really sucks. A putty primer, like the e.l.f. putty primer, is something you could use if you have that sort of skin type. And that will help just smooth everything out so you don't have a lot of cakiness or texture. This is one of my favorite parts of my makeup routine. And this is the sculpting of the face. Okay, first, I'm gonna start with my contour. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And mine is the shade Fair Light. It is the perfect cream contour color for really fair skin. I go a little bit higher with the cream because it sort of will blend down. Put that on my cheekbones. And then I'm using the NARS Afterglow Liquid Blush in Brazen. And I'm going to put that right above. And then I'm going to put my Tower 28 concealer in the corners of my eyes to help lift just a little bit on the inner corners. Then I'm going to use this pointed side to blend out that inner corner. And I'm not going to fully blend it. I'm just going to sort of pat it in and then let it sit. We'll come back to it. And then I'm going to use this flat side to kind of blend out this entire situation here. So good. once the blush and contour are blended out, you can go back to that inner corner and just tap it in. And remember, especially with under eye concealer, less is more. Going back in with my e.l.f. contour and just doing a 3 on each side of my temples and then going down the sides of my nose. These steps, I feel like it depends on your face shape if it's something you want to do, but I find that for me it just brings some balance to the face. Before I set anything with powder, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. We're going to let that lock in. Every single setting spray needs to be in this packaging. The e.l.f. Halo Glow powder, the translucent powder, I want to set the entire face with a powder. So first and foremost, I want to set the entire face with a powder. I'll use the NARS translucent crystal powder. This is so beautiful. This will leave your skin still nice and radiant. It doesn't take away from that dewiness and it doesn't look dry and cakey. Now we're going to go in with a puff. This one's from Morphe. I don't love it because it's very square and big and it's just not able to get really precise. I do have a little puff though that I can use that's a little bit more angled. Let me try this. So I'm going to take this puff. I'm going to get some powder onto my puff. And then I'm just going to tap it onto the back of my hand to remove the excess. That way it doesn't cake onto my face. And then I'm going to press this under my eye. And of course onto my eyelid because you don't want that to cake either. And I fear we're gonna bake. I'm in my baking arc right now because of just how ruthless this summer heat has been. I need my makeup to lock in. Then, I know there's a lot of steps, okay? Anywhere else that you find yourself getting very oily, whether that's the forehead, the chin, center of the face, use that same technique on those areas. For me, I don't need to because I'm very, very dry. I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix foundation, powder foundation, and that's what I'm going to go over these acne spots with this to add a little bit more coverage and to kind of neutralize that redness and just lock in the foundation underneath. Don't worry, we're not done with the powder and the cap, so save that. All right, now we need to add some light and life back into this face. I've been so into bronzer, you guys. The one that I've been obsessed with is this Pat McGrath palette. I've been mixing these two. Very, very pretty together. Divine Blush and Bronze Glow Trio in the color Supernova Siren. I almost never actually go to the apple of my cheek. I just keep it all on my temple and towards this side of my face. Don't be afraid of blush. If you're not in your blush era yet, get into your blush era. It just brings so much life to a look, as you can see. And once again, this is the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush, which I use for so many different things. Now we're going to clean up with our leftover powder. So I'm just going to take some on this pointed side of my sponge. Clean up this lower half of my face. I realized I never set my chin, so I'm just going to add a little extra powder here. Then I'm just going to take my sponge and just tap it over my blush to kind of push it into the skin. And I'm going to take this middle blush from this Pat McGrath palette. Like I said, use whatever you have, a blush color that you like. This is just what I'm using. I'm going to use that to bring onto my eyelids. I don't usually really do eyeshadow anymore, but I do like to bring my blush onto my eyes just to kind of really connect everything together. And I feel like I need something on my lids, otherwise they look very flat. And this just adds a little bit of shadow and dimension. Super subtle, but I think it's a really beautiful detail. And it makes my green eyes kind of pop. And it makes the green in my eyes really pop. Now, this is one of my favorite products of all time. This is the Merit Highlighting Balm in Kava. I'm going to use this highlight. It's like a stippling highlight brush, and I just add a little bit of this to the tip of my nose. And I pick it up right from here, and then I can just tap that in. It's a very, very beautiful highlighting balm. It doesn't have too much color pigment, so it just adds this really nice, like almost a wet skin look. So bright and pretty and glowy. I love it. But we are locked in. Let me tell you, this face is not going anywhere, especially when we do one more layer of the continuous setting mist. That just feels so refreshing. I'm using the Essence Lash Princess. I don't love this, but it's what I have. Okay, final step here are lips. This is unbelievable. My favorite ever lip liner is the LA Colors Nude Glam in Kindness. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I know I got it at the Dollar Tree like 2 years ago. It matches my lips perfectly, so it helps me just get a better shape without adding color. This beat looks so good. It looks so good. Okay, then I'm using the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm in Laguna. This is my favorite summer lip, honestly, every season. I love this, and then I love the Orgasm one. They're just so good. So pretty. I cannot go without a gloss, you guys. The Fenty Original Fenty Glow Lip Gloss. Just a tad. This might be my favorite makeup I've done in recent years. It just looks so pretty, so glowy, but it is staying in place for sure. And that's it, you guys. That's the final makeup look. I hope you learned something from this or found product recommendations that you might want to try to get a nice, long-lasting summer makeup look. This is the beat. This is the go-to beat. I'm gonna go do my hair and then I'll be right back to show you the final look. Okay, guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys like this video. I feel so weird doing a makeup video after all these years. And I do them every now and again, but never one where I'm like talking through, like really talking through what I'm doing. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time with some other video about some other thing. I love you guys so much. Bye!